Yes, people. Welcome back to the Black Cannon. Myself and my co-host, Tony Claude in the building. Welcome to Tuesday evening in the UK, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I know in Finnish lands or Scandinavian lands, so they call it. But how you doing, my brother Tony, man? How are you doing?
Hey, big up to everyone. See people, yeah. I'm not gonna big up with the po. I mean, you guys knew what happened to us last week, so my chest is a little bit deflated, but it doesn't mean that we won't show up to stream. I mean, win or lose, we're here, people. Yeah. See, there's one thing you need to know about me and the Waffle Don. Yeah. I mean, and one thing I've always known is that win or lose, this big man here, yeah, he shows up. He shows up. Win
Well,
or
you too.
lose, he
You as
shows
well.
up. He,
You
he
do as
shows
well.
up, man. And me too. Win or lose, I show up, people. I show up. So it is what it is at this point. But people, it's gonna be a great show today. I mean, just chill, relax, for an hour plus, and just
Get
just
your
chill
questions in.
and let's talk about Arsenal
Get your
football.
questions.
And
Get your
please
questions.
smash the like button.
Yes.
Subscribe to both channels, and let's just have a honest conversation about
Yep.
what's really going on, and we'll find
First of all, though,
perspective.
Tony, I'm not going to get an Arteta out and a slanging match from you today, am I? Because we lost one game. That's
No,
I
no,
just
no.
want to confirm that. Okay, I
No,
just
no,
want to
no, no, no,
confirm
no. We're gonna have an interest. People, today's one is gonna be interactive. I swear it's gonna be interactive, people. I swear that.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Anyway, we didn't really speak too much about the game and after the game, yeah. But obviously, we drew 2-2. I think that's our first. I think we conceded goal. What was that? Our first time we conceded what in 8 games or something? Is it correct? Is it 8 games or 6 games?
Practically in about 10 games or so, all
10 games.
competition.
10 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. It felt disappointing because we were ahead. Obviously, we went down 1-0 to a very defiant Sunderland team. Sunderland, they done their homework against us. And I think we also looked a bit leggy as well, obviously, because we played the Champions League game during the week. But I kind of spoke on the game already myself quite a bit. I just wanted to get your thoughts and opinions of the actual game and your feelings at the end of the game, because it was quite frustrating and disappointing.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone who's joining us. Please remember to smash the like button and support us. Yeah. See, Mafudon, I mean, what is left to say about that game? Very, very underwhelming first half. I mean, I looked for big up to Wilson away. Big up to you. Welcome to the show, my brother. We're just, I mean, it was a drab first half. I mean, let's call a spade. But one of the most important scenarios in this matchup was a comeback of an Arsenal great, not a legend, but an Arsenal great. I'll just put him as an Arsenal great. He's won a couple of FA Cups with us, and a very strong character, former captain of our football club, Granit Xhaka. I mean, that was what dominated the headlines, didn't it? Yeah,
seems smiling as well.
Yeah, exactly. Someone that left the football club, by with acrimony, in a very acrimonious way, in a very bitter way, yeah, in a way. But it was still a lot of love between him and and the other people down there and the football club in the last season, because he put in the work in the last season. But it doesn't mean that it wasn't a tumultuous kind of like years he spent at Arsenal, with only that last season, that he used to buffer himself up to suit Bayer Leverkusen. And then he left. He became a German invincible. Won trophies down there, and then took that big, step to come down to the Premiership. And you know what? Yeah, Granit Xhaka is cooking. I thought they told us man is dead. I thought they told us that man can't play. I thought they told us that man is finished. But bro, it runs as a litmus test. With Arsenal these days, yeah. Most of the players that have gone on to leave us here at the football club have gone out there to win trophy. They've gone out there to, they still have one little thing going on, winning trophies. So sometimes I just have to ask myself, what's really going on? But again, took that move to Sunderland, and brother came face to face with former Arsenal teammates. I mean, to be very sincere with you, Wafu Don, Granit Xhaka kind of like controlled the midfield for Sunderland. I mean, you can see it. I mean, he controlled it. It was backing orders. And again, these are the traits, yeah, that will help you understand why Mikel Arteta really liked Granit Xhaka at the time when he was at Arsenal. He kept on using Granit Xhaka all the time. It wasn't because he was the best at his position, but he was the best at controlling games. Yeah. It was vocal enough. It was that tough guy. It was that tough gangster that you can have in the middle of the park. And
even with the ref.
Exactly. Even if bro, did you see what happened between him and Marino? Man was barking. Man was swearing. Man was shot. Bro, that's the passion. He didn't even care if that was his former football club. So you see these kind of things, yeah. And it just, you just have to call a spade a spade. Granit Xhaka controlled the midfield for Sunderland. Mostly in that first half. In the second half, of course, Arsenal ran riot in that game. In the second half, I do understand that. But in the first half, it's so drab. Xhaka controlled the game. Isidore having that free lease of life to run around, around Arsenal midfield and had a goal against the Arsenal defense. I mean, we were just sloppy. It was sideways passing in the first half, backwards. I mean, the same thing we've been seeing and noticing about Arsenal games. No real punch, no real bite going forward. And bro, when you've spent that amount of money, I mean, me and you have talked about ugly football and winning games. We like it. Why? Because we just want to get 3 points at the end of it. But there comes a time, yeah, of course, during the season, where you have to look at things, yeah. I mean, just sit back and reflect. I mean, we've spent over £1 billion refurbishing this team, yeah, over the years with Mikel Arteta. Shouldn't we at least be playing beautiful football? At least I'm not saying it should be all the time, yeah, but at least there should be 1 or 2 games in the season where you would have to say, the football looks good. It looks good in the eye. We're controlling all positions all across the pitch. Our attack looked, it looked drab. The midfield is still something a little bit okay. But I mean, the defense that we put our pride on and our hope on, just a little maneuvering here and there, and it just exposed us. I mean, we're so exposed in that Sunderland game. I don't really know. And then it leaves me with 2 options. Is it that Sunderland is really that good this season? Is it that they're really that good? And I mean, you can't dispute it. They're in top 4. They've been in quite good form. They've drawn against serious teams. They've won against serious teams this season. They've held their own. Yeah, defensively they're good. They don't concede goals like that. Midfield, they control midfield games whenever they play. Yeah, they lost against Manchester United, but it doesn't tell the whole story, about that game. So Sunderland is a proper side. Maybe not a top class manager that they have down there, but I mean, he's making use of whatever he's got to actually get them to where they are right now. They pressed us at the park, in the first half, got to our faces, stuck up on those challenges, on those individual challenges, You know, they try to press forward. You know, and you, I mean, when you're fearless against Arsenal and their defense, I mean, that's just what Sunderland did. Very fearless, braced up against us in the first half, and they got the goods. You could see that first goal. I mean, what were our defenders doing? I mean,
Well, Declan Rice
Saliba,
missed the header.
what was he doing? What was it?
Declan
What was
Rice
he
missed
doing?
the
Yeah, yeah. Even for the second goal, Big Gabby. I mean, I like Big Gabby. Yeah, people. I hardly criticize him, but man, what were you doing? What were you doing? I mean, you put your body there, but if you to put your body and your head on the line, then you better do it properly. I mean, you better do it properly, bro. You better do it properly, bro. Yeah, it was dragging, pushing, and he just failed to just put his body on the line. I'm not gonna critique him here. This thing's happened. Our defense has been our pride, but again, on a critical level, you need to talk about these things. Yeah, if you're priding yourself as the best defense in Europe, you better come good at a time where we need you, and we needed them at the Stadium of Light, and they failed us. This is the truth. They failed us. Saliba was looking all over the place too. I mean, it was just far, far, far away from where the action really was in the heart of Arsenal.
He looked a bit weak on Saturday, to be honest. He looked. I've got some questions that I've starred as well, so we get to your questions soon, Wilson. We're just going over, summarizing, just going over the game.
And it was so drab. It was so drab. But again, Declan Rice worked tirelessly in that game. I mean, let's be frank. Yeah, was running up, was trying to engineer something to build up play. Zubimendi was also immense in that game too, mostly in the second half, controlling the tempo of the game, trying to do his mop-up job. Declan Rice moving towards that 8th position and doing it quite well, and trying to help track back to defend. Bukayo Saka was drab. I'm sorry, I have to talk about it. I mean, he looked drab again, on the day. I mean, let's be very frank, yeah, he might score goals, he might do this, but it's not his best, people. I mean, let's get it. This season he hasn't been on his best performances.
Who's
That's what's leading me to feel like maybe he's injured. I feel that guy is playing with an injury. Yeah, I think so, bro. I mean, I'm not so satisfied with the way he is playing this season. I've not really seen that it factor in him totally. Yeah, he's managing to get these goals here and there, but not really that sure. And that's why it's very, very imperative that Madueke, who should be coming back immediately.
Oh, you're talking about Saka. You're talking about Saka.
I'm talking about Saka. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's very imperative that Madueke is coming back, because one thing I've seen is that competition all across the pitch gets us somewhere. So and leaves us in a very competitive edge across all positions. So I would like to see Madueke back, just put that little fire on Bukayo Saka. Yeah, and I would like to also see Martinelli back too, from Trossard. I mean, Trossard, yeah, he might give you 1 or 2 bits of highlights here and there, but I want consistency. I want the fire to keep burning from that left-hand side, and it's not just happening. So it would be so nice to just see Martinelli come back after the internationals. Yeah,
you were talking about Martinelli, yeah?
And again, the last one, finally, before I leave the mic for you, Gil Keres. Apparently, bro, yeah, we later saw that Gil Keres, he does something kind of like important in this Arsenal team, innit? I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Man is holding up centre halves, centre halves, centre backs, whatever you want to call them these days. Man is running channels. Man is holding up the defenders. Bro, that Sunderland CB, yeah, their central defenders, were all free on the day. They helped the midfield. They were all free across the pitch, running around, helping their attack, helping build their attack against us. And if Gyökeres was there, this would have been a more different story because he'll be holding them off. They won't have the freedom to just help build that attack with Sunderland whenever they were trying to build up something from the back. That presence of a hard tackling, hard pressing striker wasn't just there, and that also killed our game. Also, I mean, killed creativity starting from the front. So, but again, it is what it is. I can't wait for this player to come back. And let's see what happens. After that. I don't know. I don't know what you thought about the whole matchup, but it'd be nice to hear from you.
Yeah, kind of the same sentiments. First half weren't a great first half because obviously we done the watch along, so wasn't really impressed with the first half. Obviously, Ballard got his goal. Second half, we came out looking a little bit more energetic, looking like we was going to win the game. Great goal by Trossard. Good finish by Saka as well. But what changed it for me in the game is looking at the manager on the sideline. He looked at some point that he didn't have a clue. He didn't know how to react to this manager. I don't know the manager's name for Sunderland, but he clearly had a game plan against us. 5 at the back. Make it difficult for those guys. Because I know when we're in attacking phase, we play 2 at the back. I think 3 in midfield with like a lopside midfield with Zubi, then Rice, and then Eze obviously in the middle. Yeah. But we just couldn't break them down. Both of our goals, had to be good goals. But because they defended so well, the second goal was a worldie. Saka's goal, great shot, pace on the ball. And then you're thinking, do you know what? There's only a few minutes to go. We're going to win this game. But I didn't understand. And this kind of goes in with this question as well that Wilson came out with. Yeah. And I'm going to go through the comments, guys. Yeah. This is what my problem was. Do you think that Arsenal should have brought on more substitutions to add more attacking impetus against Sunderland? I felt there was an opportunity to bring on maybe a Skelly, because what people fail to understand, yeah, in these types of games, yeah, you need players like a Skelly because he's very physical, yeah? You know what I'm saying? He upsets players because he's such a physical guy. You might look at him as a youngster, yeah, but he's a young man. He's an England international, yeah? He's played in the Champions League. He's played games in the Premier League. He's played against the likes of City, Liverpool. He's done it. He's been there and done it. This was, I think, a typical game where you could have brought him in place of Marino just to sit in there in the midfield, maybe, just to sweep up whatever's coming, the waves of attacks that's coming, because our midfield was abandoned. Marino had no legs. Saka was struggling. Eze couldn't really do much. The only player we had was Rice. Rice was the only player running around trying to do, make amends for his mistake, which he did, covering loads of ground. And we could have even bought on Wanyeri, because as I said, as I mentioned this to Gianni yesterday, we needed a player in attack, and what Wilson said, we needed the type of player that's going to be able to keep the ball. Now, if you look at Dauman, for example, Dauman's very good with the ball at his feet, yeah. And what happens when you're very good when you're very good with the ball at your feet? What usually happens? You go around someone and they take you out, yeah. So Saka, he didn't have that. He didn't have that in the game. So the ball was just coming back. When the ball came to him, it was just coming back to us. And I felt a Dauman, people say, oh, Dauman's a kid and everything. Dauman is someone that we needed. We needed someone that was able to put their foot on the ball, able to just run into the corners,
and kick the ball. And kick the ball, waste time. Exactly, bro.
That's all we needed. That's all we needed. That's all we needed to get over the line on Saturday. And I think the manager panicked. I think the manager panicked on Saturday because he wasn't expecting Sunderland to be so good. He wasn't. I don't know if he's expecting that. He knew about the atmosphere at the Stadium of Light, but for me, the players, yeah. And what is Raya doing at the end there? Coming out like that?
Bro, again, David Raya. What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, he loses concentration most of the time when we need him not to do that. But again, let me just sidestep to what because you just brought out a very important point where we were talking about Mikel Arteta had no answers for this manager, number one, and number two, probably he kind of panicked because he didn't maybe he wasn't seeing what Sunderland was going to bring to the table. But again, this Sunderland team we're talking about, bro, look at the position on the table, bro.
Chelsea
it's not a team. I mean, look at them. You should be expecting them to at least come out and play. I mean, it's not a surprise, to be very sincere with you, what Sunderland did on the day. I mean, they're a team here that defend properly in the midfield. They have the muscle in the midfield, and in terms of scoring goals, they've been scoring goals. Sunderland have scored even before that Arsenal matchup. They've scored 12 goals in about 10 games, which is not bad. Not bad by their standards. I mean, they just got that big promotion into the Premiership, innit? And they scored 12 in 10. That was before we played the match. Well, now we've played the match now in hindsight, it's 14 goals in 10. Yeah, I mean, Arteta should have understood that they're not going to just cower. They're not just going to just sit back, and just, watch them. No, especially when you have someone who is your former captain, who knows more about how you play, who has figured out how you are going to do things. He's gonna, of course. I mean, he's gonna, Granit Xhaka. I mean, he's just gonna spill the tea. He's just gonna leak the secrets.
Shout out to Doctor.
Exactly, he's gonna leak the secrets. He's gonna tell them this is how you go. So, I mean, you should have been expecting all these things. You made mention of Marcus Lewis Kelly. I do understand, options down there, but again, Marcus Lewis Kelly most times have also shown in some certain tough games that he might be a little bit targeted or ill-disciplined. The time might cause a penalty, might make some certain kind of tackles here and there that might just be targeted by referees and stuff like that. So I can understand if he doesn't want to really risk Marcus Lewis Kelly in that light. I do understand that, and again, Ricardo Calafiori has always been the better option. What do you understand about that? In terms of getting goals up front, in terms of helping us get something up front.
No, but what do you understand about him not using MLS? I don't get that. He's a defensive player. Why can he not come on and do a job? Is he that bad? Did you see? No,
it's not like again, it's not that he's bad. I'm just saying that I can understand. Of course, I want him to come in, but I can understand why maybe he doesn't want to just trust him into this kind of game. Yeah, that would require a defensive discipline. Probably, at the time, in hindsight, now we're talking about it right now. But if maybe the defense thing, kept the clean sheet, we won't talk about that anyway. Yeah. So the thing there is that I just really feel that Marcus Lewis Kelly in some certain kind of games might be too much of a hothead in terms of being disciplined at times in some certain kind of games that might just get him carded or get him targeted in a way. He's already a target. When you're an Arsenal player, you're already a target anyway. So I felt that matchup was too combustible. Something could happen in that matchup, and if you bring Marcus Lewis Kelly, it might turn into something nasty. But when you're saying we should remove Merino Merino is the only guy up front. He's the only one
Yeah,
up
but
front. You have
his
no
legs
striker.
are gone,
Who
man.
would you move?
His legs are gone.
But
Did you
who
see?
would you put in? Then who would you use as a striker then?
Trossard
If
goes
you
into
pull
the
off
false
Merino,
nine. Trossard goes into the
who?
false nine, and Eze goes to the left. Trossard goes to the false nine, and Eze goes to the left.
Trossard has been dragged
Trossard was
playing
brilliant on
as a centre
Saturday.
forward.
No, but the thing with Trossard, yeah, this is what people don't realize, yeah. Trossard's natural position was a 10, yeah. The guy is not a winger, yeah. He played very well on Saturday. Let's not disrespect Trossard's game. He played very well. He scored a beautiful goal as well. But what you have to do,
really? Did he play really that goal? Well? Really? He had a word. He had a great goal, but he didn't have a great match.
Look at his stats. Look at his stats for the game. Look at his stats for the game. Yeah, he had a very good game. He had a second half. He obviously he picked up his game. No one was good in the first half. Yeah, admittedly, no one was good in the first half. But the second half, he picked up his game. That for me, in my opinion, would have worked. Obviously, we're content creators in it, so we're gonna have the hindsight. Like maybe if he done this or maybe if he done that.
Yeah.
But for me, Merino, he just looked tired towards the end of the game. And Marino's not the type of player that is really good in the tackle, you know, especially when you're tiring towards the end of the game. He's not that type of player that's going to put in 100s, you know, going crazy, yeah, like a Declan Rice. Yeah, he's not going to do that. Yeah. And I just felt that looking at that if you're a coach, if you're a player and you're a coach on the opposition side, and you look at Marino and you think, you know what, this guy hasn't got the legs, bro. Yeah, he looks leggy. He looks tired. That's just going to give me a boost.
Well, he's not a striker though. But again, he's not a striker though. And again, he's not a striker. He's not a natural striker.
I know.
Blame your manager. He's not a natural striker.
Don't call him my manager.
He's
not my manager, by the way. Yeah? He's Arsenal's manager. He's not my manager. He doesn't. He doesn't pay my wages.
Then let's put these problems at the foot of the person who should bear the accountability. And people, it's not a person that Mikel Arteta. I mean, you signed all this forward, yeah. I mean, we have Gabriel Jesus. I'm seeing Gabriel Jesus in training videos, yeah. And you're saying that man is not ready. When will man be ready? When will man be ready to play, bro? So, I mean, Merino is the only striker that you have, to be very sincere with you, because if you use Trossard in that number 9, I mean, we've seen him in that number 9 space. I mean, he's not good enough. Let's call it spade. I mean, let's don't paint a picture.
Tony.
Waffle done. Let's don't paint a picture that isn't there. He's not good enough in that number 9. He might be a zombie buddy to put down there to run around and pretend to do something. But I mean, let's call it spade a spade. He has no effect there. It's better we use them from that left hand side.
You're not listening to what my opinion was of what to do. I didn't say Trossard to play the whole game, the second half. Those last few minutes, when the manager needed to make changes, those were the changes that I thought would have saw us out through the game. I'm not saying Trossard to lead the line for 50, 60 minutes. It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Get the ball to him. Take Marino off. Put Eze on the left. You know, get the ball to Trossard. Yeah. Put Dalman on the right. Yeah. Have something. Do something. Don't sit there and. Did he just bring on one sub? Was it one sub he made? Was it Mascara he brought on?
I think it's just one sub, bro. I mean,
it's just Mascara.
It's underwhelming. It's underwhelming, bro.
And then it's just like their manager brought on 4 subs.
Yeah,
attackers as well.
Exactly.
Attackers.
And he did 2 subs at one time. He did about 2 subs at one time. It was proactive. It was very, very proactive.
I need to get through some of these comments. There's a lot of comments here as well.
Yeah.
Let me just go through some of the comments. So big up to Charles in the building. He says, but then again, in 03-04, we had a mercurial layman in goal because Charles mentioned something about content creators not focusing on Rare enough. Rare is a concern. During this clean sheet run, he has moments. At the moment, at the moment, this match, him punching versus grabbing made all the difference. Yep. And the thing is with Raya, people can go on about his 10 clean sheets and all that kind of stuff. And he did make some vital saves in that game.
He made some vital saves.
He made some very good saves in this game.
Thanks for bringing that up too. Vital saves he made.
Vital saves that we probably might have even lost that game. But he has got a bozo gene in him. Raya has got that moment in him where he gets a bit too excited and he thinks he's a defender or a striker or something. And he thinks
it's Brian Noah. He thinks it's Brian Noah. I mean, there's just some crazy, bro. I'm serious, bro. David Raya, I like you. I have no problems with you, bro. But man, sometimes, man, you have to inspire your defense. Our defenders are already good. They're already looking great. Sometimes, man, just cut me down a little bit. Don't put them under pressure like that, bro.
Big up to Paul.
You know, when you come with antics like that, trying to be Prime Noir, and you know you're not Prime Noir. You know that. So just keep it simple, bro. Keep it simple, man. You know.
We've got a lot of questions to go through, Tony, after the comments. So we've got a lot of people asking questions here. So I need to go through. Let me go through some of the questions now. Yeah. Okay. So Wilson had another question here. It says, "Do you still believe that Arsenal can still win the Premier League?" So yeah, we'll go through the questions. We go through all the questions, and then we get back to the comments. That's the question.
Yeah.
See, I can answer this question.
Please.
So
please do.
So at the start of the season, my prediction was for Liverpool to win the league, obviously based on the signings they've made. I've not actually really looked until I'm not going to make a prediction on who's going to win the league till probably like the 15th, 16th game, because I don't believe after 11 games that you know who's going to win the Premier League. Yeah, we're 4 points in front at the moment of Man City. Yeah, there's only 11 games played, so I can't give you a defining answer because I don't know. I don't know if Arsenal are going to win the Premier League. Do I want Arsenal to win the Premier League? Is my expectation for them to win the Premier League? Yes, but I can't give you an answer to say, you know, I can't say I believe they're going to win the Premier League at this stage. That's my answer to that. What about you?
You know what? Yeah, I mean, already this season, I've already talked.
Yeah, we know what you. Yeah, we know what
lots
you
of energy. I've already put myself in that box already, man. So I'm already in a pot of soup, and I'm boiling right now. And then, and when we were losing at some point, people came for me. My phone already began to ring. It began to ring even when the matchup against Sunderland hasn't ended. People were waiting to cuss me out. Chelsea Dan was ready to take my head off. I mean, if you remember Chelsea Dan, man called me in stream, bro. So many people, bro. So many people calling to laugh at me and all that. But again, it is what it is. I've committed myself to it. But the thing that, and again, I still stand by my same ideals for this season. I think Arsenal recruited well enough in the summer. Just listen to this. I believe that Arsenal recruited quite well in the summer. I do think that the manager has a big role to play in us winning or losing this title this season. And
100%.
With games like Sunderland, where he can't get us over the line, it makes me doubt if this manager can actually get us to that win. But with the business we did, and with the kind of players that came in the summer, I think Arsenal will win the league. Because we didn't have an established number 9 when we were going back to back with Man City. We didn't have this crop of players, and a bench and an efficient bench to help us out. But again, after the international break, I mean, we'll be going into all that, yeah. But Jesus comes back, yeah. Literally, it takes up positions either on the left, either on the right, any which way, or even as a striker per se. Kai Havertz comes back. Now, when I have that buffer in terms of our striking needs, Merino can be a midfielder coming from the bench. Big bench coming up. Madueke coming back from injury also. People, Arsenal have nearly up to 3 to 4 players coming back after the internationals. And you know what? Yeah, that would only add to our firepower. People, it's looking, I mean, it's looking great. Jesus just came back training, full fitness. I mean, people, we can say anything we want about Gabriel Jesus, yeah, but a fit Gabriel Jesus, if he keeps himself fit, it takes up positions down that left-hand side, people. And again, with that, with that competition, probably maybe with him, Trossard, Martinelli taking up forward spaces, people, we have something in our hands coming up with Madueke.
Odegaard, isn't he coming
back?
You said? Is Odegaard coming back, or is he still injured?
Not immediately after the. Again, it was according to the report. They said he might come just before the Tottenham Hotspur game. But again, nothing with this manager sticks. It's you know, he lies a lot. The manager lies a lot. So you know, we don't really know what we should expect. But the thing there is that, let's just expect Odegaard to be back after the international. Yeah. So if he's back, then we have our full team back. No excuses at this time, people. He now has a big corpus of a range of players to actually pick from to go do a job for him. I think Arsenal wins this league, people. I'm not fazed by what rival fans want us to think about Manchester City. I still think they have problems of their own. And I think they will meet that Waterloo very soon when injuries start crippling in. People, Arsenal started the season with injuries crippling our team. And I've not seen that for Man City. Maybe just a few of the players here and there, but it will still come. I think they will go through that phase too. And then what happens when they go through that phase? You know, with Arsenal and our own players that have been injured coming back, it's a big plus going into this into this run in, at 11 games, bro, and you have all your players fit and ready. I mean, people, man, it might stink just a little bit, with this kind of games that we should have won against Sunderland and all of that. We might regret at the end of the season. I hear people who think that or who think so, but I mean, when the full Armada comes back, we might just have options for everything that these people will throw at us. But again, let's see.
And this leads on to Wilson's next question. And this question, listen. Do you think that Arsenal fans should not panic regarding Man City who challenge us for the Premier League title? And let me answer this quickly, yeah? It's only 2 weeks ago that Man City lost to Aston Villa, if I'm correct. And
yeah, true.
I didn't hear anyone in the city fan panicking over that. We've gone on a magnificent run. We've drawn 2 games this season against obviously our biggest rivals, Man City, and we drew obviously against Sunderland, which wasn't unexpected. Should we be panicking? I don't think so. I coined this month Nasty November for a reason, because it's the month where the fixtures that we have, there's some really unpredictable games in there. Sunderland, we thought we was going to go to the Stadium of Light, get 3 points. We're 9 points, 7 points, or how many points ahead now of Man City cruising. I don't want the season to be like that, Tony. I don't want the season to be where we're so far ahead of Man City right now. I'm talking about right now. Later on in the season, that's fine, but I don't want it to be right now the case of where we're
right now. Yeah, exactly.
and
Because
then we're just
we're caught under that pressure.
relaxing. Yeah,
Mhm.
and we're relaxing and we're just, oh no, the sharks are coming, because that's what it is, isn't it? The sharks are coming. I
The
don't want
sharks
it
are
to be
coming.
like that.
And then
I
Big
don't
Steve
want
will
it to be
start running a big narrative. Yeah, exactly, man. You know, Big Steve and
exactly.
that narrative he comes up with every season. You know, I mean,
Sharks are
the
coming,
big blue
all that.
sharks. I mean, you know, that chick accent. I mean, see, people, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to invite you to the channel, you know, and then me and you
Definitely,
might have to have a bite
definitely.
at it. But I mean, again, it is what it is. You know, Man City fans will flap their gum. You know, they'll say what they want to say, but sincerely, see, Waffle Dog,
Are they not being
we have
disrespectful
to
right now?
we have to win the title. I mean, let me make this clear, Waffle Dog. We have to win the title this season. Arteta needs to win this title this season, bro. There is no hiding place. I mean,
No hiding place.
if he loses this title, bro, imagine if he doesn't win this title, bro.
I
Bro,
don't even want to
he's
think
going to be
about it.
sacked at the end of the season.
I
And I
don't want to
probably
think
think
about
he
it.
knows that. He
I
has
don't
to
want to think
win
about it.
this title, bro. There is no excuse. He has to win the big one. I mean, and again, the owners have backed this same manager, bro. People, see, we can't even still call out Stan Kroenke and the rest of them. We can't.
No.
They've invested a huge amount into this manager, into the football club. Anyone carrying out placards about the owners is seriously brain dead or has mental problems, because these people are putting big money into this football club. So it's now down to the manager to actually get us over the line. You know, based on his level and based on his experience, do I think he would? No. But the only thing I'm thinking that will bail us out is just the players that we have right now, you know, in the band right now, and the experience that we've gotten going, you know, head to head with these teams. I think it might help us this season. That's where I'm pitching my tent. Not really with the genius of Mikel Arteta. No, it has to do more with our recruitment and has to do with the boys. You know, I still think we'll bounce back against Sunderland. And people, yeah, don't get this twisted. Many teams will go to the Stadium of Light and struggle this season. Don't get that twisted. Many teams, including your top 4 teams, yeah, would go to the Stadium of Light and literally struggle this season. So let's don't make it, you know, because Arsenal took away a point at Sunderland, and Sunderland actually came at us, then it's the end of the season. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Was it an underwhelming performance? Yes, it was. You know, did we have to do more? Yes. Did Mikel Arteta car? You know, yes, he did. You know, did he fumble the bag? Yes, he did. But again, many other teams would struggle against Sunderland this season. I mean, it's there. It's there.
You say
When we played
that.
against Man United, at the start of the season, everyone said, "Oh, look at this dead Man United team, and Arsenal can't score even up to 2 goals." You know how all these men run this narrative. But tap boom, Liverpool can't even get a win. Over Man United.
Yeah,
Man United have surprised this season already with some of these wins against all these teams.
We don't care about them.
So it is what it is.
What I was going to say is, we say many teams are going to struggle against Sunderland, but many teams might not struggle against Sunderland, because it's about styles, isn't it? You know, styles and fights, you know what I'm saying? And teams will go to the Stadium of Light and will beat them. You know, they may drop off at some point and then, you know, maybe top 10, maybe 15th place or something like that. There will be a time where Sunderland have injuries and they're not going to be able to cope. So it depends, innit? It depends on the team who they play, you know, because we could be saying this now and then City go there and beat them, Liverpool go there and beat them, and then suddenly everyone's looking at a draw as well. Well, how come you drew at Sunderland? So we have to see what happens with, you know, the bigger teams going there before we say teams will struggle there. But I was going to go on to the next point quickly, yeah. And
but wait. How many teams have beaten them this season at the Stadium of Light?
How many games have they lost? Have they lost any?
No. How many games have they lost at the Stadium of Light this season.
Have they lost a game?
Bro, they have not lost at the Stadium of Light this season, bro.
Okay.
They have, bro. It's a tough place. I mean, you can clown Arsenal, bro. See, I'm on up for clowning Arsenal for not winning that game, bro. Yeah, because if you want to win the league, you have to go to those difficult grounds and get the win. No excuses. This is the thing.
With them.
You have to go to the difficult grounds and get the win. This is the truth, yeah. But I mean, on the other side, man, when was the last time any team went down to the Stadium of Light and smack up Sunderland, bro?
So hold on, I'm just going.
They haven't lost there this season, bro.
Yeah, so one.
They haven't lost there this season. They have they're one of the most perfect home records in the Premier League.
So they played four. They played.
It's a hard ground to go.
So they've played 4 games at home. They drew to Sunderland. They drew to Aston Villa, but they got a red card in that game. They played Wolves and they won 2-0 against Wolves. They beat Everton. They drew with Everton at home, and they've drawn with us at home as well. So yeah, it is a difficult place to go, but
it's a difficult place to go to this season.
Would you say
it's a very horrible place to go? So all these teams will quit when they go there too, bro. And again, look at how they played. They had no respect whatsoever for our defense. How many teams play like that? And again, you also have to understand the shock that Arsenal also got in that matchup here. It's very hard to see Premiership teams actually square up against us. Sunderland actually came out to play. They actually latched onto those chances. They did not just sit back and say, you know what, we know that Arsenal is going to control the game. Let's allow them control the game and then we hit them through the counter attack. No, they came out to play. They took up positions. They hit us in the counter. They literally jostled for the ball in the heart of the midfield. Isidore was making runs. Granit Xhaka was controlling from the midfield. I mean, see, they had lots of things going on for them in that matchup. It was 50-50 for me, people. Yeah, they latched onto the ball. They ran up for those 50-50 chances. Yeah, I mean, they look good. They're one of the most balanced sides in the Premiership this season. Fairness against us. How many Premiership teams have actually come up against Arsenal and played like that? Even City didn't play like that against us. They had to play from the back. They had to latch onto chances, with counter-attacks, bro. So let's be frank. Sunderland were fearless against us. They outplayed us. They outfoxed Mikel Arteta, and good enough for them. If we won that matchup here, to be very sincere with you, it would be a very, very bad, taste for Premiership football. If Sunderland lost that matchup,
got to our heads a little bit though, because although we say Sunderland are good at home, they've only played Everton, Villa, us, and there was another team as well, Wolves as well. It's not like they've played apart from us and maybe Villa. It's not like they've played massive teams that are gonna attack them in terms of the cities, the Liverpools.
No,
the Chelsea.
Aston Villa would attack you. Do you know the form of Aston Villa? Do you know the form?
At home.
Aston Villa.
I've been hearing about Villa at home, yeah.
Bro, when you call this, bro, the Premiership is not how we're seeing it, bro. Aston Villa with all that run, and they played them in the thick of that run, bro.
At home, Villa are good, but away, their form is not great. Villa's form away isn't great. At home,
I get you, but Aston Villa is 6th. You can't take it away from them.
They're 6th.
It doesn't really matter right now. They're 6th in the table, bro.
Okay.
They're 6th. Even Everton we're talking about, Even this Everton we're talking about. Everton is it's a difficult team to beat, bro. Bro. These teams are difficult to beat this season, bro. Let's don't sugarcoat it.
We've got another question, and I think we've got Yeah. When does Mikel start learning from mistakes? Surely, if we're talking about the recurring themes, Mikel isn't grasping. If he isn't getting something in 6 years, he'd never get it. Thoughts? I'll leave you to answer that one first. When does Mikel start learning from mistakes?
See, yeah, people. I'm still in that fight with my brother Waffle Don. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if this manager is really ready. He needs to show it to us. And the only way he's gonna show us that he's mentally mature to actually learn from his mistake is unless he wins games, is unless he wins trophies, people. That's the only way we can be able to understand if he's really learned anything. To be very sincere with you, we have a very stubborn manager. You know, he's so stuck up.
Why doesn't he trust the youngsters, Tony? Why does he not trust the youngsters? And you know, he only trusts the youngsters when players are like injured and are out.
Injured, yeah.
Shouldn't we be like, look at Nico O'Reilly for Man City right now, looking like a hell of a great player at Man City.
Oh, what a baller!
What a baller! And we're just letting these players stay on the bench. And this is I think what some of the fans' frustration is that if we got players, play them. And if, for example, we play them and then fans moan about it, then I don't give a damn, to be honest, because at least he's tried. At least he's put them on the pitch, and we, you know, they failed or they succeeded. But for me to just do the one sub on the Saturday was criminal. We're supposed to be going for this title, by the way. Yeah, we're supposed to be wanting to win the league this season. It's about being ruthless, not being casual, not being reactive, proactive.
Yeah,
be proactive. Yeah, we got players, young. The thing about young players is that they're hungry. Young players are hungry and they're fearless. So when they're on the pitch, they're fearless. Yes, they may make mistakes, but they're fearless. Yeah. So that fearless, what you might get out of a player, might do something like a crazy thing on the pitch, score a goal, win the game. Then we wouldn't be having this discussion today. We wouldn't be having this discussion today. So this is what he needs to be, a bit braver, in my opinion.
There was a game he brought in Max Doman. I've forgotten the game recently. Yeah, and Max Doman took like up to 3-4 hits all at the same time, bro. In the space of 7 minutes, it was fouled like up to 10 times, bro. I've forgotten the team he played against, bro. So I mean,
West Ham? Was it West Ham or Leeds? Or
no, not West Ham, but it was recently. It was a team we played recently. Oh, Slavia Prague. Slavia Prague.
Yeah.
Where he brought him in, and you know, instead of taking hits after hits after hits. So again, maybe you have to ask yourself the question: is Mikel Arteta trying to really protect, you know, protect the young players per se?
Did he look like he was scared when he was playing though? Because he didn't look scared to me. He was getting kicked.
He didn't look scared to me. Yeah,
he was getting back up, and
but again, sometimes maybe you just have to protect them from their own, you know, from their own high-headedness or something like that. Again, I'm not saying that it's the best to keep them on the bench, but again, I'm also seeing that when he came on, he took lots of hits. That kid, I mean, Doman, man. And I sincerely feared for his fitness in that game. What if he turned up injured? You know, we will also call out the same manager and throw vitriol, you know, over him about how he has managed his young players. So again, I don't know. We need to have a balance in how we do this thing.
Shout out to Zia Talks in the building. December asked me how confident I am. Yeah, I'll do 5 out of 10 right now. 5 out of 10. If we keep up our defense and we get through this November with the 2 games, Spurs and Chelsea, if we beat them, then you know what? I'm gonna be, my chest is gonna be, my chest is gonna be good again. But I'm not one of these guys to wilt. I'm not gonna wilt just because we've had one draw. The way some of these carry on, it's embarrassing. Some of our fans, bro. Yeah, sorry, I just got logged out of my thing. Some of the way our fans carry on, at times, it's so embarrassing, bro. And this is why other teams laugh at us, because it's almost like the rival fans know that we're already in meltdown mode. We're already going to go into meltdown mode.
They already know.
It's one draw. Man City are going to lose another game. They're going to maybe lose another 2 games. I'm not convinced by this Man City team. I'm not convinced. Listen, Doku had 1 game and everyone's having a wank over him right now. He's not been great this whole season. He had a great game. No, I'm not saying he didn't do well. He's had a couple of 2-3 decent games this season, handful of decent games, but he's not no world beater. People saying he's world class. Shut up. I don't want to hear none of that. Yeah, we have the best defense in the league, and once we get our attack back, you're gonna see us doing what we need to do. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So people, get off your Manchester City cheerleader pom-poms, Put the pom-poms down, people, because we're not out of it. We're not out of it. We're not out of it. So
we're not out of it. Far from that. We're not out of it. We're not out of
people
it.
Know what happened to George,
fans like that, it's that it's grateful fans, I mean, support your team, support your team, support your team. But the thing there is that I do understand, why some fans are like that, because I mean they've seen it over and over again. We go, down that road where we've put in lots of support, lots of emotional investment into these things, and we've seen Man City just
have we not done the same thing, Tony?
All the time.
Haven't me and you done the same thing?
I could literally understand that, but now is not the time to now is the time to push the team. Now is the time to I mean, now is the time to actually support the team right now. And again, people, we're still top of the league. Of course, it's 4 points, but like you said earlier, I don't even want to be leading by 10, 15 right now. No, because for some reason, I know that Mikel Arteta has this lax in him. Sometimes when he's in a very comfortable space.
Big up to Trimless. Make sure you subscribe to Trimless. Big up to Trimless.
Big up to Trimless.
We need to do something soon, Trimless, man. Let me know. Holler at me, man. Send me a DM on Insta and we'll do a show or something. Go on, T, man.
Yeah, big up Trimless. So, sometimes, when Mikel Arteta is on that high side, the point, raking up the point, sometimes he just decides to just mess things up, and allow, all these teams come up to Ghana point. So even right now, I won't like to just get that race on right now. Let's keep it at par. If they drop points, let's get ahead of them. Let's keep it in that balance right now. And later on, when the legs are tired, and because they don't have a bigger bench than us, I think we have a more bigger bench than them. They might have quality though, but I think we also have quality.
They've got Haaland.
So from now to the end of the season, that quality of the bench would show in the long run. That's what I think. That's what I'm banking on. Towards the end of the season. And again, when they have up to 4 or 5 players out, let me see how they play.
Exactly.
When they have 4 to 5 players out, let me see how they play. I mean, quality players, When they have these players out, let me see how they play. And don't get it twisted, the Waffle Don. These situations will happen. It will come. No, it will come. We will see it.
Game pile-ups, yep. No one's going to say
it will come. We will see it.
And we've got players coming back, which is a good thing.
Well, we got players coming back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. But, I mean, let's see what happens. And I think Gyökeres comes back after the international break. And again, last weekend, the Assemble told me that the Sunderland game was a big test for the Arsenal. Well,
He was right.
I think after the international break is the biggest test this
With
season,
Spurs.
people.
Spurs.
With
Spurs, yeah.
Spurs,
Tottenham.
yes. With Spurs, at least the next 3 games will play after dropping points. People, when Arsenal plays
Bayern,
most of the time,
and Chelsea.
and we have Chelsea also, mind you, we have Chelsea in that running also.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and see, yeah, one of the things me and you have seen is that when Arsenal drop points, we drop points in a flurry. Like we could just have 4 games. I mean, we could just maybe lose in a game, draw in a game, and then the next 3, 4 games, that bro, it happens
That
like
can
that.
happen.
That's
Yeah.
what we do. We lose points and we drop points in a flurry. I'm
I think this is going to happen
happy.
this year.
No, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm very happy that this happened to Arsenal against Sunderland. I'm so happy. I want to see the mentality I want to see if they've learned. I want to see if they've matured mentally as a team. Yeah, I want to see it because you can't test the maturity of this team if they've not lost a game. If the only loss they've had in the season is against Liverpool. No, I want to see them drop some certain kind of points. I want to see how they come back. How about your comeback game? You know what? Yeah, I've not even seen Arsenal, come back from a game where they're losing 2-0, where they're losing 3-1. I want to see them come back because there's those games you will go into the Champions League, to play, where 2 quick goals will be scored against you. You need to trust your team that your team will have that comeback mentality. Right now, I don't know if that would actually happen with Arsenal. If Arsenal goes 2 goals down in the Champions
League, we came back against Sunderland on Saturday.
That's what I'm telling you. You need exactly. You need situations like that to better tell you where the mental level is. If we didn't have that against Sunderland, we wouldn't even know that the team even have it in them to even actually come back, from that. And again, it's even too small. I want to see if we can come back when we're 2 goals down. I want to see if we're really matured as a team.
Charles, sorry, I just got to address Charles quickly. Charles, my name's not Tony, by the way. This is Abs, yeah. But just to correct you, O'Reilly plays on the left, yeah, left back. Rodri is a DM. So, what are you talking about? That's the defense right now. O'Reilly is in the defense right now, and in that back 4, he's playing pretty well. So I don't know what this. I don't understand what you mean here. Respectively,
yeah.
Shout out to my boy Hanno in the building as well. Yeah, big up to Hanno. Make sure you guys.
Big up Hanno. Big up Hanno.
Hanno's big in this.
I know Hanno will be saying Chelsea will win the league again. I mean, after that win, this Chelsea fans, I mean, ridiculous. These people are ridiculous. I mean, I'm very sure Hanno will be saying, "We're back. We're gonna win the league again." I mean. And then when they lose again next week, Hannah will say, "Oh, what a crappy team we have." And then the next week, I mean, see people here. I've heard people say Man United are back in contention. I mean, they're gonna come back. It's gonna be Arsenal versus Man United. People, they drop points consecutively, and I mean, it has been. I mean, that point has been proven wrong now. Now everyone is now latching on to this man thing. But again, let's see what happens, people. But I mean, the Premiership, that's the beauty of the Premiership, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But Doctor, for this comment, if we want to be battering teams, then surely shouldn't we have like our full 11 to be battering teams? Obviously, we didn't have a proper striker for Sunderland. And I'm not making excuses to say that we shouldn't have beaten Sunderland, but when you say battering teams, we need to have like our full guard to be battering teams. I think this isn't like teams are playing in the Championship or League One or EFL Cup and stuff. This is like teams that have good players. They have solid players, and when you go to these places and their atmospheres and everything, all of these things are factors, and they all can play with the mind as well. And you know yourself, obviously, you're a doctorate and everything. So I hear what you're saying as well, but this isn't the Arsenal that 2 seasons ago go around battering teams in my opinion. This is a more
But again, has
controlled.
Arsenal really battered teams this season? Have Arsenal really battered teams this season? We've not reached our
We beat
80%
Slavia. What was the score, Slavia? 3-0, wasn't it?
effective rate yet, though.
Slavia was 3-0, wasn't it?
We've not been blitzing teams, though.
Nah. Maybe 1-2-0s and stuff, but we
The 1-2-0, but bro, the only team that will really blitz the season per se, if you want to use that word per se, is maybe a team like Leeds.
Leeds, yeah.
It's Leeds, yeah. Apart from that, Arsenal haven't really
had Atletico Madrid as well.
No, I'm talking of in the Premiership. In the Premiership.
Yeah.
It remains Leeds. We've not,
we had a full third gear yet. Oh, except for
we've not hit that third gear yet. So I'm still looking at it. When we get the band together and we hit that third gear, what is going to stop us? So I'm still waiting. Let's see. This Manchester City run-in, it excites me. Not because I think we're going to lose or we're going to win the thing, but because I know that we have a crop of players that can get us there. To be very sincere, I'm more firm in my belief this time, going head to head for that. I believe that Gyökeres is going to be a big, because we saw what happened against Sunderland. Yeah, we saw what happened. Clearly, we missed Gyökeres. If he was holding off those two centre backs in that Sunderland defense, maybe it might just stretch the defense line just a little bit to just help Arsenal attack. Just have from the width areas have a different lease of life. So of course injuries played a big role in that game, but again, we don't need to have all these excuses. Let other teams go to the Stadium of Light and let's see what they go there to go and do, while we keep our composure and try to win these games that are facing us. We need to win that Tottenham Hotspur game, and thank God they're not on form. They're a team in disarray. They allowed Aston Villa come to dunk on them at home. Yeah, they've lost acrimonious matches this season. They have bad, terrible form. People, it'd be nice to meet them at this time and with your full armada, with your full force, go down there and show them who's boss in not London. Then after that, go head to head with Bayern Munich, see what we can get from that. And thank God we don't need to force anything in the Champions League. We already have, we've accumulated lots of points there. We're going to the next round, that's for sure. And then we face Chelsea and beat them up. Big up to Thomas Osabia. He says something. It says, big up, guys. A point against Sunderland is good. They're a good side, and we can win every game. Exactly,
I totally agree with that.
I totally agree with that. Shout out to Thomas Osabia. And that's my personal friend, Thomas Osabia. We share lots of personal stuff together. Big up to Thomas. Exactly. And people, Thomas is a highly critical guy. He's not really like this Arteta fanboys or anything. I mean, he's a real critical guy. So if a critical guy really says this, I mean, that's the truth. They're not pushovers. Sunderland are no pussies, bro. These are valiant warriors. And it's reflecting in their league position. They're fourth in the league, bro. You can only get there if you're winning games and defending properly. So it's a very difficult game, bro. I'm not gonna. Yeah. It's not a meltdown for any Arsenal fan who's on meltdown right now. I mean, I think it's over the top. It's over. I
want to talk about in a minute after I address Seymour, Dr. Seymour. Yeah, I want to talk about Eze in a minute, but let me just address this. I hear this 100%, yeah, but every game I would say 90% of the games I've watched this season, Dr. Seymour, yeah, is a game of two halves. We're crap in one half, great in the other half. I've rarely seen a full 90. Slavia, we was better, we was more fluid with the ball. Obviously the Leeds game and the Forest games, I don't really want to talk about that. But you have to remember as well, yeah, that if we're playing against low blocks all the time, yeah, that's what it's going to be. It's just going to be low blocks. It's just going to be us with the ball, other team defending, waves and waves and waves of an attack. They're going to try and get the ball out and try and attack. That's the type of games I'm seeing. Look at City this season as well. When we played City, same thing. They scored, went into low block or defensive mode, and we had to try and break them down. Those games, maybe they look dominating, but if you're not putting the ball in the net, it just looks like we just got head up as possession and we're just shooting and just not getting anywhere with it. So I get 100%. I get what you're saying, and it's right. We should be dominating games now. Yeah, we should be starting to get that bite, get that anger now. But I think we need to have certain players in our team like Gyökeres back. I think we need Martinelli back as well. Yeah, I think we just need players.
Yeah, bro, we need Martinelli back. Big point.
Players that are going to have other players on their toes. Pause. Yeah, that they're looking around thinking, boy, because some of the players in our team right now, they're comfortable. Eze, for me, he doesn't have to worry about that 10 position because Odegaard's not fit. And I want to talk about Eze as well because a lot of people been saying Eze's not been playing well, and he doesn't do well in the 10 position and stuff like that. What's your opinion or your takes on Eze's performances this season? And is there some kind of reason behind why we don't see the Eze of Crystal Palace? Because people want to see the Eze of Crystal Palace, but I don't believe his role in this team is the same. But I'll talk about that after you've spoken on what you said.
Man, I won't lie to you. It bothers me. It bothers me, man. I've been watching Eze this season. I've given him lots of time to really get into gear and all of that. I mean, he's been underwhelming. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. He's been very, very underwhelming. But again, I'm still thinking that it has something to do with the manager's tactical approach towards game. Yeah, Crystal Palace, their beauty of play, most of their games where mostly him as a focal point of their attacks, was mostly him and the focal point of their build-up. He was. I mean, it was the guy. It was the one. But again, when you come to Arsenal, where there's many players, multifarious players, that have to touch the ball in terms of building up the play rather than being the focal point of it. Maybe that stunned him just a little bit. That is not the so-called big fish in the in the big pond that he should be looked at. Maybe he's still having that complex. Personally, I'll still give him more time just to see, what happens. I still think the manager still needs to do some little tweaks here and there. I still think we still need to put him in that left-hand side. I still think that's the best place to put him, playing down the left-hand side. When he started playing in the left-hand side, he was really that good. When he started playing in that number 10 area, I'm a big concern that I think it's a little bit too big for him, to handle. And again, with displays like this, Odegaard, when he comes back, it will just take up that position. I mean, even when you look at what he has done this season, if Martin Odegaard comes in, it's an automatic displacement, isn't it? In that number 10. It's an automatic. Odegaard comes in and takes over that position. So it shows you that he hasn't really done a lot to really tweak our minds and tweak our ideals about the best player to put in that number 10. He hasn't really shown us. So if Odegaard comes back from injury, be rest assured that Eze will be dropped to the bench. This is for sure. And again, you have to go by the performances, not with what he has done at Crystal Palace. Yes, I want him to be that player, that he was in Crystal Palace. But this is a different dynamic, you know. I don't want to say this was the wrong move for him. I don't think so. I think he would click into gear. But again, there's also that thing in me that tells me that he's not 100% fit, or he hasn't been 100% fit since he has been at Arsenal. I think he's been shoehorned to do lots of stuff that naturally he wouldn't do when when he was at Crystal Palace. Maybe concerning defensive duties a little bit. Yeah, he has to cover lots of ground too. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I'll give him. I'll still give him time. I'll still give him time. I'll still give him time. I think, you know, again, these players, yeah, sometimes these changes happen, yeah, and when these changes come, it just takes away, you know, some little thing out of the, you know, out of the system. It's just trying to size things up, you know. So just give him time. Just give him time.
Shout out
I
to
think
BB
it will be a.
King.
He'll come good. That's for sure. He'll come good. But again, let's get again. This is the thing. Let's get our band together. When we get our band together, yeah, and these players start playing, you know, and our attack is now flowing more, then maybe, because right now our attack is in, bro, it's in the trash, bro. I mean, let's be very frank. Trossard might score a little few worldies here and there. Saka might score a few, you know, signature goals here and there, but I mean, the attack isn't really ticking just yet. So that's why I want all the.
Are
I
you
mean, I want
concerned
the full band
after?
of the weight of the players to come back. Let's see them playing, and then maybe, just maybe, Eze can just seamlessly, just just integrate into this team and just run with it. You know, but right now when our attack is looking a mess right now. You know, I don't really think that it's a conducive environment for him to just really do what he was really doing at Crystal Palace. I mean, when you even look at that Crystal Palace team, he has Mateta, who, I mean, of course, when he sends those balls to Mateta, you know what Mateta likes to do. You know, very dangerous guy. Yeah. Uh, you know, has telepathic kind of communication with Eze, you know, and everything like that. But again, Eze will come good. I think it will. Just let us start playing a full-fledged attacking football. You would see the difference. Arteta is too defensive for my not really defensive per se, yeah, but his approach to games is more of I need to keep a clean sheet. You know, I need that
Pragmatic.
defensive.
It's pragmatic.
Yeah, exactly. Very pragmatic. Yeah, I want that
But the
defensive
players have to manage themselves
solidity.
also. The
Yeah,
players have to manage
Eze is a
themselves
risk
also on the
taker.
pitch.
Exactly. Eze is more of a risk taker. He doesn't want to be concerned with the defensive roles a midfielder or attacking midfielder has to really do on the field. He works in chaos. He's a chaotic player. So when you restrict him to the boundaries and confines of trying to be defensively aware as a player in that Arsenal midfield, it takes a little bit off his flair, off his bite, off his gimmicks, off his chaos, and I think that's really affecting him. But again, that will heal up with time. When our attacking players come back, and there's that competition for places, and we're playing together, and the attack is clicking, you would just see Eze. He will latch
But
onto that
at the moment, and I know
really
you
get
don't want
further.
to. At the moment, and I know you probably don't want to hear this, but if Odegaard comes back, I don't think Eze starts on the left. I think Trossard is going to start on the left because Trossard has been playing well over the last couple of games.
Nah,
It might not last forever.
The truth is that Trossard has been scoring some certain goals, but let's don't put it as
Important
if he's
goals.
been so
Important
totally
goals.
effective. He hasn't been totally effective. We can get more than that left hand side.
Hold on, didn't he?
And I even think if Jesus comes back, he takes over that position. I mean, don't throw
Jesus.
that away.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro. If Jesus comes back, he takes over that. every other player will sit on the bench.
Well, hold
I'm
on. Big up to BBK as well. And this is a very important point that he said.
Big up to the man with the artillery. The man with the artillery. Big up to BBK Sports. Artillery, Arsenal, Amada, all of that good stuff.
When you look at that number he just dropped in the chat, yeah, and we go back to Eze in a minute. When you see that number that he's just dropped in the chat, 7 points dropped, you know, brother. 7 points dropped already.
Damn.
In 11 games.
That's a reality check, bro.
That's a reality check.
That's a reality check,
so
bro.
Suddenly now that game against Sunderland is looking a bit peak. When you think about it, and when you think about Man City just being 4 points behind us as well, they lost to Spurs, Brighton, and Villa this season. So we know Spurs are going to try and you know what Spurs are going to do? They're going to try and do what Sunderland done to us, but they've got better attackers. So they're going to try and just defend. I know this guy is just going to try and defend and counter attack on us. This Frank guy, yeah, because he's a bit of a coward, yeah. But that game's a difficult game now. That game is going to be a tough game, you know. Frank, you know, managing.
But again, Sunderland has been a team on form. You know, let's don't get that twisted.
But Spurs are in third for a reason, isn't it? Spurs are in third, isn't it?
They lack consistency.
But Spurs are third, and they've got the best away record right now. Spurs have the best away record, and they
they do. But on that again, Spurs is fifth, yeah. But again, it doesn't tell the old story. They've been poor this season too. Yeah, Tottenham has been poor. They've been poor. So, but again, you know. And even that fifth they're in, they're drawn along, yeah, with Manchester United, with Aston Villa, and Liverpool is also in 18.2. Bournemouth is also in 18.2. So literally, you could actually say that Spurs is actually in ninth position. Also, you know, 18 points all across till at least. Sunderland is 19 points, and they're 4. So there's a string of teams that have 18 points. So Spurs has been so poor this season. Let's don't get that twisted. Yeah, they've pulled up some certain kind of wins. They have a good away record, but bro, when they face us, bro, we'll beat them. There's no question about that.
Yeah,
I have no worry about that, bro. We're gonna beat Tottenham Hotspur. I'm so sure about that. They're nothing like Sunderland. And again, when you say that that Tottenham has a more better strike force than Sunderland, really this season? No, I mean, they scored 2 goals against it, yeah. But I don't see Tottenham Hotspur scoring 2 goals against us. I don't just see it happening. Solanke, you know, has been injured almost all season.
He's not played. Richarlison.
No, he will come back anyway after the international.
Is it Tell now?
Solanke will come back after the international. He's coming back. Definitely. Yeah, he'll come back, definitely. But again, Richarlison, yeah, I mean, he's played against us many times, but I don't really.
He does get a goal against us, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, but not like all the time. Yeah, he has a few against us, one or two or so. But I mean, he's not really that kind of guy you fancy to score against us normally. You know, when the chips are down. So I mean, their attack, our defense can comfortably handle them.
But we need to see.
Van der Ven.
We need to see.
Has been so good defensively. Yeah. Van der Ven has been very good for them defensively, and also offensively this season. Exactly, man is attacking. So I mean, you need to look at this perspective. Yeah, I'm not scared about Richarlison. I'm not scared about someone like Solanke. I'm more scared about what certain players like Porro and Van der Ven, is going to do on the said day. Because Werder has been scoring, scored 6 goals already for them this season. Yeah, same tally with Victor Gyökeres this season.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro, for a central defender. So I mean, it is what it is. We just have to make sure that we lock up our midfield, keep defensive discipline, is there, and then we go at them. Yeah, and don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. They will come out against us. They will come out against us. It's a London derby. Caution thrown out the window. They'll just want to, come out and play. To be sincere, I don't think they'll want to just sit back, because they might feel in their heads that Arsenal are susceptible. And when Arsenal drop points, we drop points in the flurry. So when they look at that Sunderland game, they say, okay, Arsenal have given us a flinch, that flinch. We might have a go. Because the truth of the matter is that Sunderland came out against us, and they didn't really care about that contraption, the best defense in Europe. They faced us, and they got 2 goals. It's something big. So they have sent a message to the rest of the teams in the league that, you don't necessarily have to just play against Arsenal and sit back and hit them from the counter attack. No, you could actually go against Arsenal head to head. You can face the defense head to head. They will make mistakes. David Raya will mistakes start popping up from different positions. And what will happen. So, and that's the thing when you drop points, it's not even about the points dropped. It's about the message you send to the rest of the teams in the league. So to the rest of the teams in the league, what they're seeing now is an Arsenal that have dropped points. They're seeing an Arsenal that, have a weak point, and they might exploit it.
Spurs have got a lot of injuries as well. I think Spurs have got quite a few injuries as well. So it is what it is.
They do. Yeah,
there's a few.
Big up to the cave. Says, hey, bro. Big up to the cave, bro.
Big up to the cave, man. Yeah, big up to the cave, man. Is that the Tottenham guy? That's not.
I don't know, but he comes to my shows occasionally.
Yeah, big up to. No, that's Tottenham cave, I think. Big up to the cave, man. I've got a couple of questions.
Big up to the cave, bro.
Big up to you, man. Who is a natural winger at Arsenal? Noni and who else? We don't really have a natural winger.
Noni's a natural winger.
We don't really have natural wingers. Dalman's a natural winger. He can play as a winger, even though he's a 10, but he still can play as a winger. Who else? I can't think of.
But he's not a natural winger, though. I mean, that question is a natural winger.
Yeah,
he's not. He's not.
So
Madueke is the only natural winger we have at Arsenal.
Wow,
that's the point. The assembled is it thinks out the box sometimes.
Yeah. I know.
So that's what he's trying to showcase there. Yeah. Noni Madueke is our only natural winger.
That's a problem in
that team. So
isn't that
it exposes. It exposes. A whole lot of things. We don't have a natural winger. That's true. Trossard he plays as a 9 when he was at Brighton. In other teams, he played as a striker. Gabriel Jesus, maybe that one. Maybe he can add that one.
I think
he's not a natural. He's not a natural winger. He's a natural striker.
At, City. He played as winger at City.
Yeah, but he's not a natural winger. It was used down that down the hand side, but not he wasn't a natural winger. But of course, when you win trophies, for that team, they would say, "Oh, okay, you can play through that wing. It's good, it's okay." But he's not a natural winger. Noni Madueke is Arsenal's natural winger that we have. Because Saka wasn't even a natural winger. You know this.
He was a wing back, left back.
He never started as a natural winger. Yeah, as a left back, so he's not even a natural winger. Trossard is not a natural winger. Martinelli is not a natural winger. Eze is not a natural winger. Bro, we don't have a bro. We don't have, bro. Seriously,
that guy that was on the bench. What's his name? Who's the guy that was on the
Who?
bench on Saturday? He's a natural winger. He's a Saka regen youngster. Is it?
Ines?
No. We got another winger, man. Plays just like Saka.
Not
He's
Waneri.
who?
Not
No, not
Waneri.
Waneri.
Waneri is not a
Waneri.
natural winger.
No. It was another guy. I can't remember his name at the moment. Is it Ago, Thomas Ago, or something like that? He's a youngster. He's a youngster though, so he's not really.
Bro,
ready.
we're talking of players that play at Arsenal week in, week out.
Yeah.
We don't have. So now this is very important, yeah. We might say that we've spent a whole lot of money refurbishing this team, but Arsenal only have one natural winger.
But how many natural wingers does Liverpool have and City have? They don't have many, do they? They've got Doku, Savinho. Who after that? Liverpool, Salah.
Even Savinho isn't even really a natural winger though.
Oh yes,
Savinho isn't really a natural winger though.
You don't think so?
He started his career as a number 9. He's a number 9.
That's what I mean. Does it actually really matter? The
way it really matter? Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. Yeah. Does it really even matter these days? Yeah. Does it even really matter? Yeah. Cody Gakpo is a natural winger.
Is he? He's more of a. I don't see him as a winger. I see because of the way he's built and everything. I see him more as a.
When he was in the Dutch Eredivisie, he was as a winger though, not a striker. But it could be switched up because of injuries and all of that. It could be switched up. It is what it is. Again, I don't really think that all those nomenclature these days, is even really needed. Yeah, at this time, the most important thing is to just have someone who's competitive enough to be in those positions. That's the thing. Someone who come down there and put in a shift, and that's why it's very important that we get someone like what's this Bournemouth guy? Semenyo. In January, people. Bro, you know what? Yeah, throw that all away. How about what's happening at Real Madrid right now? Real Madrid, a new report just came out that Real Madrid are tired with what's happening with the situation with Rodrigo because they scared teams away by claiming that Rodrigo is a 100 million player. And right now they are ready to let go of Rodrigo in the January transfer window. Guess for how much?
80 million?
50 million euro. 50 million euro.
We should be on that.
We should be on that. I mean, I've not really been that kind of guy that has actually been clamoring for him because of his price tag. Because I think that price tag is too overbloated. 100 million is overbloated for Rodrigo. But when I saw
we've done the right thing, then we've done the right thing to wait. Then
yeah. It's good. It's a good position to be at. To go put in a 50 million euro bid for him in the January transfer window and bring him. It sends a big message that we're ready and that we'll do everything. We'll do whatever it takes to actually win the league. How about that? 50 million is a decent amount of money to go put on the head of Rodrigo. Comes here in January, puts in a shift, has a chance to go to the World Cup. Man wants to play in the World Cup. So, he definitely needs a string of games to help him, rediscover his form again and go into the good books of Carlo Ancelotti. He wants to go to the World Cup. So that'll be something good. I would ditch the plan of Semenyo because Semenyo will cost over the excess of 100 million plus. I don't think Arsenal will go do that in January. And I need a player like right now. I need right now. I need right now. Yeah, because Bournemouth could still say, hey, they could still play hardball and say, hey, we want Semenyo to still play to the end of the season. They could still play hardball unless you come out and say, hey, I have 110 million for Semenyo. Give us the player right now and give you the money. But I don't think Arsenal is in that headspace right now. But if you tell Arsenal, you know what, yeah, look at Rodrigo. Real Madrid are considerably bringing its price down to 50 million euros. Would you take him? I think the answer will be
But
yes.
someone has to be sacrificed if we buy Rodrigo, isn't it? Someone has to go, isn't it? We're not gonna have to keep Trossard,
Jesus has to
Martinelli.
go. All these clowns in the team have to go.
Yeah,
Jesus have to go. Nelson has to be sold off.
We still got Nelson.
You know,
Is Nelson still in the team? Have we still got Nelson? Is Nelson still at the club?
Yeah, we still have Nelson. He's still at the club. He hasn't been sold. He's on loan.
What? Oh, he's on loan. Oh, my.
He's on loan. Vieira is on loan. Bro, which of these players are going to leave Arsenal? Do you know what they earn at Arsenal? Do you know their weekly wages? No,
Vieira
bro.
got sold.
This
Vieira
team
got
just
sold.
look at Arsenal as clowns. Of
Vieira
course,
got
why
sold.
are we paying this astronomical wages to this
No,
player?
Vieira got sold.
Vieira wasn't sold. It was on loan. Who?
Vieira.
Vieira. He's on loan. No, he's not sold. He's on loan. He's on loan to Hamburg, and Hamburg even wants out. Hamburg don't even want him again. Bro, are you serious, bro? Hamburg is saying, you know what? Yeah, we're not. They've even told Arsenal mid-season, we don't even want this guy. Bro, he's earning in the excess of 100 plus at Arsenal. Which team would like to incur this kind of debt? Nelson, leeching out of the football club people. So, I mean, they can't pay all this amount of money. Even Kivio you're talking about, Kivio hasn't been sold. Porto still have the right to say, you know what, yeah, we don't want him here. Yeah, what are we talking about? He hasn't been sold. It's just on loan. So we have to be careful about all these things we're trying to look at. He hasn't been sold. So we still need to sell all these players off our books and try to, if we're to get any new acquisitions like that, you know. But again, it's Arsenal, you know. We still have you know, the merchandise, you know, that will be sold. So, you know, we could still recoup our money from that, and we still have buildings all around the Emirates Stadium. You know, we have Champions League football. You know, we have the Premiership. You know, as long as, you know, as long as the money, you know, is being raked in from these other alternative ways, you know, Arsenal is still a very, very healthy club in terms of financial standing and how we do business. Actually, a very, very respected one. Our financials are very, very respected in the world of football. Though.
What player complements Eze in Arsenal's team so far, in your opinion? So who complements Eze? I think that's a difficult question, man. It's a difficult question.
Very difficult, bro. These are PhD questions, bro.
Because we've not seen Eze and Odegaard play together, have we? We've not seen them play
PhD
together.
questions, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, bro. But again, he hasn't found his footing yet. So, I mean, who would you say would I mean,
do you think him and Odegaard can play? Do you think him and Odegaard can play?
Nah. They've both been poor this season, bro. They've both been poor this season. Two of them can't carry our midfield at all. You definitely have to Rice and Zubimendi have to be in the picture there.
Yeah.
Unless you can't. They can't do that. You can't. And I'm sorry if Odegaard comes back, if Arteta catch wind of Odegaard being half fit, he takes his place immediately.
Yeah,
bro. He doesn't think about it. Quick. And again, that's because Eze hasn't really given us enough.
Stamped authority yet.
You have to give us enough. Something has to be given. You have to give us something to say, okay, maybe this is why the manager doesn't want to pick you. You have to give us something. He hasn't really given us that thing. He hasn't given us that it factor. He hasn't given us that thing to say, okay, it would be justly and grossly unfair if the manager brings in Odegaard if he comes back from injury. That's the thing. So, man, what games would we be watching out for in the internationals before we go?
So I've got a couple of watch-alongs. I'm gonna be watching your team, by the way, against who you man got? You man got let me just check quickly.
I think we have Gabon. Nigeria have
Gabon.
Gabon.
Yeah. I'm gonna be so Osimhen versus or Aubameyang. I'm gonna be doing
Aubameyang, yeah, bro.
Yeah, you should come along, bro.
That'll be a big one, yeah. And I
Yeah,
know you're a very big follower of Victor Osimhen.
yeah,
I mean,
you know
bro,
that. You know that.
but,
Hat trick the other day for
bro,
Galatasaray.
it's now looking as if Victor Osimhen was the buy that Arsenal should have actually looked at, bro. I mean, people. I'm not taking a hit. I'm not taking a hit at Gyökeres, bro. But I mean, I'm looking at Victor
Elite
Osimhen, man,
in the air.
scoring for club and country, bro.
Elite
Bro,
in the air.
look at what Galatasaray is doing in the Champions League, people. Look at what that man, bro. He's brought
Beat up
character,
Liverpool.
bro. He's made
Beat up
that team being, bro. He's made Galatasaray being feared again, bro. Galatasaray is being feared, bro. Bro, I don't want to meet Galatasaray in the next round of the Champions League, bro. They're gonna smack us up. Bro, are you serious? I don't want to meet Galatasaray, bro. I mean, I call these teams in Europe clown, yeah. I mean, me and Deji Sports, we see eye to eye in that, yeah. I mean, we think that these teams in Europe are clown, yeah. If you're not Inter Milan, if you're not PSG, and probably Bayern Munich, you're all clowns in my face, yeah. There's a downturn in European football, yeah. This team's a clown. But the thing there is that, bro, Galatasaray, I exempt them, bro. That team will give any other team a big fight, a big run for their money, bro.
Yeah. Torreira, Salah,
God. Osimhen, he scored.
Yeah,
Oh my days,
players, man.
Yilmaz, is Yilmaz there? Yilmaz?
Yildiz.
Oh,
Good player.
Yilmaz.
That's a
Oh
winger
my
that I
days.
want to get in as well. But he's gonna
No.
cost a lot of money. But what you got coming up? Have you got anything coming up?
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing a show with the Man United fan.
Oh, Mark, yeah.
Mark is trouble, bro.
MUFC,
Mark, problems, bro.
Yeah,
Problems, bro. Yeah, because just a week ago was telling me that Man United will go against Arsenal for the league, and right now his chest would have deflated. So, in fact, I want to take up that show. I'll see him tomorrow to ask him, "Hey, man, what do you think?" But the thing there is, he's gonna have a good rebuttal, because he's gonna say, "Okay, good and okay. Look at Arsenal. Look at what happened to you." And then
this guy, man, he's a nice guy, though. Man. I like him, though. Man.
He's a nice guy. I like the guy. Okay.
So what else is just?
I'll be with Mark tomorrow.
Yeah.
Me and Oregon Gunner, by the grace of God, will be back
big up,
for our show on Friday, by the grace of God.
Every time.
And then me, I want to talk to Craig. Leon is okay for our show.
Craig Matthews,
the Three Musketeers. I want to do it this week. So that should be on Thursday. Me, Craig, by the grace of God, if Craig is free, because I know Craig works a lot these days anyway.
How come I ain't seen you doing a lot of work with your boy Northside and those guys? Flawless. I've not seen you doing.
I'm no more doing shows with Flawless for now, because that Flawless thing, it's at night. It's in the thick of the night.
Big up to Coach Jordan.
Early in the morning. So sometimes if I don't come down to the show, it looks like I'm someone that is really difficult to work with. But it's the time difference.
Don's on that show, isn't it? Don, big up to Don as well. Don C.
Yeah, big up to Don. Don is a great guy. Don is a great guy. It's been hard. I literally had to forgo my sleep and then I'll have to go to work the next day, and then I'll do the shows. Flawless is a great guy, the great guys down there, but so for now it's chilled off. Maybe later on, in the title running.
You work with Deji as well, quite you do your stuff with Deji as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I will also try and ask Deji to come, because these days, Deji is now, he's a big timer now. Deji is big timer. The big channels want him. The big channels want him. So he hardly has shows for smaller channels like us these days. You know, so
Hey, listen, if I message
so
Deji, yeah, I'm sure he'd do a show, yeah. But it's Deji's timing as well. It's his timing as well. You know, he's a busy guy as well,
yeah,
isn't he?
it's timing.
Family
Yeah,
and everything, work and
yeah. Pick
everything.
up to Godfrey. Godfrey just came
Yeah,
in. You
Godfrey,
know,
legend,
Godfrey. Pick up to
building.
Godfrey. Godfrey. I
Yeah, Godfrey,
highly
man.
respect Godfrey.
Godfrey.
And he came from your channel to my channel actually.
Oh, did he?
And Godfrey has been amazing. Yeah, yeah,
Godfrey's a
yeah.
legend, man.
I
Godfrey's a
met
proper
Godfrey through your
legend.
channel. And since
Yeah,
when he
South
came, I
Africa.
even made him a mod on my channel because I like how he thinks, I like his
Yeah,
contribution. And he's a
he's
real
100%
footballing guy.
legend.
So big ups to Godfrey, you know. I didn't even hesitate.
Hey,
The second week he came to my channel, I made him a mod because
I need
I
to make.
respect him, you know.
I need to make Dr. Seymour a mod. You know, I didn't realize that he wasn't modded up. I know he probably wouldn't want it, but I'll just give
Big
it
up
to
to
him.
Godfrey. My guy says, pick up the legends, Tony and
But
Abs, every time.
definitely,
Pick
but
up to Godfrey.
don't forget as well. My boy BBK's
What
got
do
a
you have
show
coming up?
Do you know what? I might have a show tomorrow with your boy Mark as well. Mark as well might have a show.
Mark.
I'll see what happens. I was supposed to have a show with what's his name? The Chelsea guy. What's his name? The Chelsea guy. You know the Chelsea guy. Yasser TV. I've been chatting to him to
bro. I want to bring Yasser to he's my homeboy, bro. He's my G. Cool, we do a lot of shows with Northside, but
yeah.
I will get through to him. Yeah. Before that big matchup against Chelsea.
I don't care. Reaching out to people, see how they're doing. Friday, I'm supposed to have a show with. Who's the person I'm supposed to have a show with? Maybe D-Man. You know D-Man from Newcastle. You know D-Man got the dreads.
Yeah.
We might have a show with him on Friday.
Let's do a double watch along together, bro.
Bro, I'm doing 2 watch alongs. Yeah. Listen, me and Hannah are calling Big H. Me and Hannah are doing a watch along with a Nigerian game, Gabon. You're invited to come to that, and we're doing the Cameroon. Is Cameroon? Who's Cameroon playing? Is it Sierra Leone or who's Cameroon playing? Cameroon are playing.
I don't know.
We're gonna do that. We're doing a double watch along. So make sure, you know what I mean. And do you know what? Even if you're just,
I could do that, but I'm also referring to the Premiership also. You know, once in a while we could do. Yeah, once in a while we could do. We could do one of these games where you can. And I'm eyeing that. I'm eyeing the North London Derby, bro. Let's see if we can do something for that. That would be great, bro. But let's see. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. We'll definitely talk about it, man. Definitely talk about it. I just got big up Jordash. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, I don't know if it's last year or the year before. I can't remember, but he's from South Africa as well. I don't know, man. My channel's attracts a lot of South African guys. So big up to South Africa.
Me too. Lots of South Africans on my channel.
They love their football, man. And he's a tennis coach. And it was the deadline day. You know what I mean? He joined the show and everything. We was talking because he's a big Arsenal fan as well. And he's a really cool guy, man. What's he saying? I'm currently playing.
Big up to you, coach, man.
Yeah, football manager. Big up.
And coach, subscribe to my channel too, bro.
Yeah, subscribe to Tony as well. Yeah, I need to put Tony friend of description.
Yeah, I think any friend of Abs is also my friend. So please subscribe to my channel and help out too. And people from my channel, please subscribe to our brother, Waffle Don TV people. You know the drill.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have a lot of content anyway. You know me already, people, man. I've got, I've always got ideas and content, and my boy Tony also as well. Yeah. So
you're one of the most hard workers, bro. I mean, I used to be, but bro, man, you work hard in this space, bro.
Brother,
you work hard in this space.
You have to, man. You have to,
bro. You need to reap the rewards of these things, bro. What's remaining with the monetization?
Yeah, that's another conversation, man.
That's another talk. Okay.
That's a conversation, not online.
Okay.
Another time, but I'm just doing what I got to do, bro. That's why I'm covering like nearly every Arsenal game this season, because you do the games because that's what Geordie Dread taught me. He said like he done every single game. Obviously he did the previews, the post reviews and match reactions and stuff. Then after that, after the season, he said he got monetized. So that's what I'm doing right now. Obviously we're only 10, 11 games in, so I'll just keep doing. You've got to keep going. Yeah, consistency and discipline leads to results, and that's what we're doing. I've got my mic, my camera. So we're doing what we've got to do, man. But anyway, you got any shows tonight? Any more shows tonight? Or are you chilling tonight?
No. I'll go rest, bro. Mark wants to do a show tonight, but I'll send him a message. Let's push it till tomorrow, bro. I mean, I've just had 2 hard grilling hours with you, my brother, man. So this is crazy,
bro. I'll send you some clips as well, obviously, once we finish this as well.
Yeah, please, because those clips are good. I mean, the other day when you sent me one clip, bro, I got nearly up to 3K views on that clip, bro. Almost 3K views, bro. So it's good. These little clips are very, very good. They help because they're not played. They're not played on the normal YouTube interface. They're played in the alternate interface. In the the ones where they scroll very much.
Yeah.
They're being used in the shots. So people just scroll. So if the algorithm just captures it,
banging, bro. That's madness. That is very good. That's very good.
But you too, you've been getting lots of views from shots too. Most of your views come from your shots too.
Got to do what we got to do, man. Thoughts on the Sunderland game, man. Bro? You're gonna have to watch the show back. We've already covered the Sunderland game, man. We've spoken a lot of the Sunderland game. We just got to move on now. So just to end the show, you know what? We move on. It's international break. Time to recuperate. Let's just hope that our players come back healthy and fit, because Tony, the international break can be peak for us as well. Next minute we're hearing these players, so we just need our players back for after the international break, ready for the Spurs.
But most of them didn't go. Most of them didn't. Most of the ones that are susceptible to injury did not go. So don't be surprised we get Odegaard coming back after the internationals.
But Tony, are these guys going to start though? These guys are not going to start though. They're not going to start though straight away, are they? They can't just come back and then start in games straight away, are they?
And that's true, bro. That's true. But
they're not going to start games straight away. He's got
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
But to see them on the bench is scary.
Bro, we have up to 5 players coming back. We have up to 5 players coming back, bro. That's a different machinery altogether, bro. Imagine having 5 full-fledged attackers coming back, bro. Madueke, Gabriel Jesus. I mean, bro, Gyökeres, bro, Martinez. Bro, imagine this kind of squad.
But this manager's got, the thing is, we can have these players back, but the manager has to know how to put these players in the right places now.
Exactly, in the right position and at the right time.
That's the important factor. Listen, people, we're going to have to go now, man. It's nearly 2 hours and I've got to get these clips ready for my boy Tony. Listen, thank you for everyone in the chat who's contributed. There was a lot of questions we had to go through today. Big up to Dodach, Godfrey, the Assembled. Who's your boy? Thomasin, Dr. Samuel Butts.
Thomasin Sabia. There was a lot of traction today. Big up to everyone who showed up today. I have less than 130 views. Big up to everyone.
And listen, people, don't be angry that, don't be angry that we drew. Be angry, that we're going to do something to Tottenham. That's where I want your energy now. Leave your energy for Tottenham, the anger now, Yes, we dropped points, but now the anger has to be with Tottenham now. And listen, 3 points. 3 points, that's what we're talking about. But anyway, people, we're going to leave it there. Big up to everyone, and make sure you subscribe and you like the thing. And if you have to comment, you do that as well. Peace. We out.